Grace Church, and welcome to another night of the Not So Late Show presented by Grace Church. We call it the Not So Late Show because the street lights aren't even on yet.
Hey, so, I don't have to be home yet.
You don't have to be home yet?
No, my mom's still wondering where I am.
Well, we are so glad you are with us tonight. We have Pastor Jason with us again, as well as Pastor Derek.
Yeah!
Woo! Yeah, glad to be out of the house. Woo!
And as always, Philip Noel, the one-man band.
Yeah! Rock on, man, rock on.
All right. Well, we're going to get right to it tonight. We have some news and updates for you. Real quick, just a quick reopening plan. You should be getting a video coming out pretty soon from Pastor Jason with some more details on that.
So. I did. I put together a video today and just kind of gave a very basic synopsis of why we're doing what we're doing. It's not really the plan itself, but it will be explaining. I mean, there's much more that has gone into this than what most people think. Most people think, you flip the light on, you flip the light off, you flip it back on, it's good. But there's a lot of stuff that goes into this. And so there will be a video coming out probably, I would guess, probably Friday, kind of in place of maybe part of our Friday news. And then we'll do some more stuff next week. But we're getting ready. You realize it's coming up.
Yes, it is coming really quickly. I've heard a rumor. I'm not sure, but there are some ladies who are wearing some shirts that say, like, it's okay to hug me.
It's really?
Yes.
It's okay. Well, I
think that's just something I heard.
I kind of feel awkward with my wife sitting here and them saying I can do that. That's just weird to me. But, I get that. Yeah.
So I'm not going to wear one of those shirts.
I figured you'd be wearing a shirt that says it's not okay to hug me.
Yeah, it's not okay to ever.
That's right.
Yeah, just now everyone's going to try to hug me. So.
Oh man.
If you're not wearing the shirt, I'm giving you a hug.
Yeah.
I think we could put one of those little signs on his back. That say instead of say kick me, we could say hug me.
Yeah,
that could be kind of fun. That could be kind of fun. People coming up from behind you, you know.
Yeah, that probably wouldn't be a good idea. Don't sneak up on me.
And the kick me, of course.
The kick me, the kick and hug at the same time. Call it a hug kick.
The hug kick.
Well, that's kind of be looking for that video coming out this coming Friday. We have Jason and all the staff put a lot of work into studying and reading and trying to figure out what we should do and listening from advice from our district and general church as well. So a lot of work went into trying to figure out when the best time is to open. So just continue to be in prayer for that, and we are looking forward to a great May 31st. So be looking for that. And just as a side note, I think we have a bunch of baptisms coming up too.
We do.
Right?
We do. So, we actually talk about that. It's a sneak peek, and when I say sneak, I'm talking about there's not much to peek at it, but it's a sneak peek that we do have baptisms. We are planning baptisms June 7th, 14th, 21st, and the 28th. So it is going to be absolutely the whole month of June is going to be awesome.
Yes.
But it all starts on
May 31.
May 31, May 31st. That's the day we get to get started again. And you know what's cool is what's that day? That's Pentecost Sunday.
Yep.
And so that's the day where the church was gathered together in the upper room, and man, God poured out His Spirit. So I'm expecting kind of the same thing. I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, well, better day for baptism, right?
I know. So it's going to be good.
All right, a little bit more news. For those of you who helped us in the reading of the 66 books of the Bible, congratulations, that is completed. Grace Church, you read the entire Bible in, 14 days? 15 days.
Yeah, 15 days. Way to go, Grace Church. Great job.
We did a great job. Thanks to all of those who chose a book of the Bible and read that entire book. Did you read a book?
I did. I read Revelation.
Revelation.
I heard lots about dragons and stuff. Yeah. So it was a lot of fun. What did you read?
Our small group ended up reading. What did we read?
The Bible?
The Bible. It was one of the books of the Bible.
One of the books of the Bible.
I've been reading a lot of the prophets lately because I just got done with the class.
Right, so I got you.
Your whole small group did one book of the Bible?
Yeah, it took all of us because we're not very bright.
I read 2 by myself.
You read 2 books of the Bible by yourself?
Wow.
Wait, which 2 were they?
2 Timothy and 2 Thessalonians. It took me about 15 minutes, but,
Yeah.
it was still 2.
It was still 2. It still counts as 2, right?
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
It was good. It really was. It was a blast. I did some reading. I highlighted some things I hadn't highlighted before, and I love, especially the first part of Revelation and the last part, the excitement of really gathering together. Man, it's kind of like almost like May 31st is coming again.
So you're preaching on that?
No, I'm not preaching on that.
Well, moving on to that, before I move on from the Bible, thank you, Tammy Moore, for
thank you.
kind of organizing the reading of the 66 books of the Bible. We appreciate that, and that went wonderfully. But kind of moving back to what we were talking about there just for a moment was sermon topic for this week.
Sermon topic this week. In fact, I was just kind of reviewing some stuff just about 10 minutes ago, just to make sure I was ready for this moment. And it started reminding me, and now I can't get the song that you started the show with out of my head, but the song that I thought about was from the 70s. Do you remember? Remember what? It's Stuck in the Middle.
Yeah.
Stuck in the middle with
Steelers.
you.
Something. Wheel?
Steelers Wheel.
Steelers will.
Steelers Wheel. So anyway, the idea,
Reservoir
yeah,
Dogs.
the idea behind Sunday is that we are all involved in a battle, and which battle is the worst? We're going to talk a little bit about that. But ultimately, we'll talk about what our responsibility, if you will, is going on with that, but also what God's responsibility is in response to all of that. And so I'm very excited. We've been walking through the entire letter of 1 Peter, and as he's been talking about this adversity that people are going through, and how to move forward in the middle of all that. And so this is going to be, Peter actually wraps this up. So we kind of start out in chapter 4, just kind of hitting again the idea that we're all in the middle of persecution and struggle and adversity and all that stuff. But we're going to end up in chapter 5, verses 6 through 11. So if you get a chance over the next couple of days, today's hump day, right?
Hump day.
Hump day. And so if you get a chance, then you'll want to kind of begin to look towards 1 Peter chapter 5, verses 6 through 11. Just read it, kind of get it going on in your mind, and let it kind of marinate for the next couple of days. It's going to be great. I'm excited.
All right. Well, Grace Church, look forward to this Sunday and our sermon. It's going to be great and wonderful, and we'll be looking forward to next Sunday, the 31st, when we will start coming back together on that Pentecost Sunday. So,
Yeah.
all right. Next up, we have our Moments with Grace. So this is just a moment time where we get to catch up on the lives of some of our Grace Church families. We have a couple of birthdays. We had Donna Gibbs celebrated her birthday on May 12th, and she celebrated in the mountains, and apparently there was a little bit of a bear infestation.
She had a party.
She had a party. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very funny.
It was big. Oh, it started already, hadn't it?
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
That was man, I bet at the party she had the bare necessities.
Well, listen, I'm barely going to make it through this if you don't stop.
Okay.
So, all right.
We-
So
we bear-
yeah,
we
that's
bear-
kind of cool though.
That
Look
is,
at those
yeah,
bears.
we bear move on. Sorry.
Quick, hurry.
Yeah.
Quick, hurry. We have another birthday on May 14th. Tasha Wilson had a birthday. She celebrated that with her daughter, Sunji.
Hey, happy birthday! Happy birthday.
Sunji's wearing those ripped jeans, which I just still don't get it. Like,
Well,
it's,
Yeah.
must be a worship leader in training.
worship leader in training right there.
Influenced by Michelle.
That's right. Michelle, yeah. Yeah, that's how my kids pick out their clothes, or at least my teenager picks out her clothes. Hey, that looks like something Michelle would wear.
I do the same thing, honestly.
We've noticed.
That's right. That's right. I like it.
Yeah. We also have some anniversaries that were celebrated here recently. We had Mike and Denise Great celebrated 5 years this week, so we're excited for them.
Congratulations.
It's great. 5 years. That's
That's what is that, like the
is
golden
that
anniversary?
yeah? That's the I don't remember.
Or is that the paper? Did you know there's a paper plate anniversary
I did not know
What
that.
year is that?
running? It is. It looks like it's back up
Bear
and
with us,
running.
people. Hopefully, we will be back live soon. It will
Right.
be. It will keep going on Facebook. So just know the Massey's 47 years. If you didn't know, that's Tiffany Brawner's parents.
That's wonderful.
Awesome.
They are some of the nicest people.
Yes,
You know that?
they are.
They really are. And 47 years, that's exciting and just great.
That's more than I am old. Not you.
No. Thanks for reminding
I
me.
just wanted to let you know.
I appreciate that.
That's yeah.
You know, it's funny because I have other people that remind me of just how old I am from time to time.
Yeah.
And it's always a blessing.
It always is a blessing.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. Just barely. Just
Right.
barely.
Are we going back to the bear thing?
Yeah, we're
That
going
was-
to-
that
no,
was-
we better
okay.
keep
All right,
going.
we better keep going. And then also one more happy anniversary to Chuck and Liz Whitbeck, 65 years.
Oh,
Wow.
65. That is definitely longer than I am old. but
Absolutely. No,
Yeah,
no, no.
You're
it's-
good.
it's-
Okay, you're
it's-
good there. Okay, okay,
It's
okay.
far
I
past me.
just wanted to make sure that we were still good there.
What a special couple. They
They-
really are. It's
yes.
just as nice as they come. And man, I appreciate them.
I've missed seeing the Whitbecks a little bit because every once in a while they would stop at the Stouffer's chocolate place and they'd bring me like a big bag of the pecan
Would they really?
caramel. Yeah. And
Like
then I-
turtle- like the
the
turtles?
turtles, yeah. And then I would eat all of them in like 5 minutes. And then
That's
I would,
good people right there. When
That's
they
good
do
people,
stuff like
yeah.
that, that's awesome.
Right.
I like those people.
Yep.
I like those people.
That is awesome. Well, that is our Moments with Grace this week. Next week, we have a special Moments with Grace that you do not want to miss. Next week, we are going to have Grace Students Ministries here with us live, and we are going to celebrate the seniors who graduated in 2020 on our special Moments with Grace next week. So you don't want to miss that, especially if you have a teen who graduated this year.
Yeah, and I think we had like 12 of them
Yeah.
this year.
Oh, there's
something
12
like
of
that.
them?
I think.
Okay,
12.
the whole show is going to be Moments
The
with
whole-
Grace
yeah.
with
Yeah.
the teenagers there.
Yeah,
So if there's,
it really. I tell you what, we have such a great youth pastor. Pastor Ray's doing just an amazing job, and we have great students. We just have a great church.
Yeah.
We really do.
we really do.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Well, we're going to play a game. You guys up for a game?
I'm up for a game. What kind
So-
of game are we playing?
So I figured I had both of you here, and both of you are dads, that we would play a little game called Dad Jokes.
Dad jokes.
All right.
So the
Yes.
premise of this game is you each have some jokes that you've worked on, because I kind of gave you a heads up on this a
You
little
did.
bit.
Yes.
And
yes.
so we're going to have you guys turn and kind of face each other.
All right.
And the goal of this game is to get the other one to laugh. And so whoever laughs the least is the winner.
6 feet, guys.
Thank
yeah.
you.
Don't get too close.
Where's
Only one of you
the
is
where's the
wearing hood shirt.
plexiglass wall here?
I
Oh, we don't
appreciate
even
that
have a
because I got
plastic wall,
off
do we?
right there.
Yeah, we're on a budget, so we're actually Philip's actually paying us to be here.
Uh-oh.
So that's great.
So I'll get with you later on for the. Okay.
yeah. So here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna take turns one at a time telling a dad joke. I mean, you can even use one that comes to your top of your head
Pops in there.
that just
Yeah.
pops in
Spur
there.
of the moment.
Because
Sounds
that's
good.
kind of what happens usually with dad jokes. They just kind of pop in there. So, but we got to decide who goes first. How do you want to do that? Dance off?
Oh.
You know, he's the newest. Is he the newest dad? Is that the right way to say it?
The newest
It's
dad?
definitely not me.
It's definitely not
It's
you.
definitely not.
I don't know why you're looking over here.
We're just checking, just to make
No,
sure.
he's got the youngest child, so I
Yeah.
think you ought to go first.
All right. All right.
All right.
I'm ready, man.
Derek,
I'm
you're
ready.
up.
Just
All right.
This-
bring it on. Right here.
All right. I wrote all these down because, like any good father, when you tell a good joke, you write it down. So
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely.
All right. What do you get from a pampered cow?
I don't know. What do you get from a pampered cow?
Spoiled milk.
Spoiled milk. True that.
Yes.
True that.
That was a laugh.
That was. Are we
Was
counting
that
that
a
as a
laugh?
laugh?
Yeah.
I can't laugh.
You can't laugh.
Yeah. We have
Straight face.
stone
All right.
face. Think
All right, you
stone
gotta
face.
keep. Okay, that's one laugh for Jason. You got
See,
to
here's the problem.
straight
Like,
face. Yeah.
I'm kind of this nice guy. I'm supposed to laugh at everything.
You got to learn how to be a little tougher than that if you're going to win this game. But
All
you're a
right.
competitor, so come on.
All right, my young cub.
All right.
This is about the bare necessities. Here we go. I'm
Does
stuck
that
on this.
count as a laugh if you got him on the bare
Well,
necessities?
that was
I
a
mean,
joke from you, so it doesn't count because
It doesn't count 'cause
it's
it
not an
wasn't-
I got
original
him to
from
laugh,
Jason.
though.
I
got
knew
him.
it was a rare thing. BJ got him to laugh, so
Yeah.
maybe it's a bonus point.
Okay, sweet. All right, hey, I don't know if you know this, but my wife is really mad at the fact that I have no sense of direction. So you know what I did? I packed up my stuff and I write.
I think you held it.
Way to hold. I saw the tear coming
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
There's a little
you,
bit of, like,
you might,
sweat
yeah, you
running
might see
down
some
the
sweat
side
if you
of
get a
his-
close up here. Yeah, it's tense.
Done that.
Yeah.
Slap
I'm
competition?
okay with this laugh
Yeah.
competition.
They get their whole
It's
body
intense.
to it. It is
That's-
intense.
it's almost on this level.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm telling you this right now. Your jokes slap. I just want you to know that. All right.
All right. You ready?
I got it.
You got it.
Yeah.
It's a millennial thing.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right. Picking your nose on an elevator is wrong on so many levels. A little bit of laugh. A little bit of laugh.
It's going to blow up.
All right, he's got to
All right, I'm
All right,
good.
he's got it, yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
That's close.
Oh man, I've got so many up here. Let's see. Well, since you said something about the nose, let me just ask you this: what do you call someone with no body and no nose. Nobody knows.
The trouble I've seen.
There, that was.
Here we go. All right, well,
You can't count that.
I'm not playing, so I can laugh all I want to.
oh my goodness. That makes me want to crow. Let's see. How do you make, well, you probably know this. This is the classic. How do you make a tissue dance?
I don't know.
You put a little boogie in it.
That was a laugh, Derek.
I failed on that one. Yeah.
There we go. There we go. I
I
got
have
this.
Derek at 2 laughs and Jason only at 1. So
All right, here we go.
All right. But I had an outside influence on my one laugh.
that is
so
true.
We could
That
be
is-
tied.
That-
Could be tied.
It could be, but
All right, here we go.
All right. Why do bees have sticky hair?
I don't know.
Because they honeycomb.
That is sweet.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
I just want you to know that was sweet. All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm telling you, I'm ready for this. I've been practicing this all day.
he was doing it in the mirror. It was kind of embarrassing.
It was. Hey, how does a penguin build a house?
I don't know.
He glues it together. That's just cold, man. That's cold. I can't believe you
I
didn't go
can't
there.
believe you didn't laugh at that one.
All right, here we go. These are tough.
Yeah.
I know.
I feel like I'm in my own house because no one's laughing. Here we go.
All right. Did you hear about the circus fire?
I did not.
It was tense. A little bit of chuckle there. There was a little bit of chuckle there. I mean,
I think I smiled.
okay.
I'm reading off.
There was a smile with a little.
I'm reading off of you and Philip on that one
I
because I
know.
can't see his face.
That's the nice thing is I got him to my back.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I guess I'm looking at him though.
I got the comedian back here.
Yeah, you got the guy talking behind you. Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about you, and I noticed that people had talked about my haircut. It looks like you were able to get a haircut, and I, you know, I've never really liked facial hair, but it's growing on me.
It's actually not growing on you. You don't have any facial hair. Actually. Clean shaven.
Clean shaven. I shaved this morning. What can I say? All right.
All right. What do you call a fake noodle?
Ooh, I don't know.
It's an impasta.
Go ahead and give him that one. 'Cause I'm like, I'm just going to talk instead of laugh. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. Hey, did you happen to hear the rumor about the butter?
No, I didn't.
I'm not going to spread it. Come on.
No. I can't do it.
I bet you can't believe it's not butter.
It's like butter.
It's like butter, baby.
He must be butter because he's on a roll.
He's on a roll.
Here we go.
All right. Why can't you hear the psychiatrist pee? Go to the bathroom. Oh, I just ruined it.
You ruined the joke. That
I
was
ruined the
like-
joke. I failed. Epic
that was a
fail.
dad
All
fail.
right. That is a dad thing, right? To
That is a
ruin your
dad
own
thing
joke.
to totally
Ruin your own
mess the
joke,
jokes
mix it
up.
up.
But he laughed
Did I laugh?
at
I
me.
don't know. Hey, why did the math book look so sad?
I don't know.
Because of all of its problems.
I'm not going to. Okay.
Oh my goodness. All right, here we go.
I could tell you a joke about pizza, but it's a little cheesy.
Charades.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
it's
there,
working.
we're back.
I'm
Hey.
back. Am I back now?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if I want it now.
yeah.
So, we're all back. Yay.
No sound. We are having a great time.
Yeah.
We are. I don't know about the people online.
I know. What is going on tonight?
I don't know.
This is like we have no sound. We've had interruptions, but you know what's fun is I just get to hang out.
Yeah.
I just get to hang out.
That's good. That's all we're doing
I'm
anyway.
just going to leave it right there.
You're just going to leave it right there?
I'm not going to say
Just let it
another
simmer. Just let it simmer a
word.
little
Let it
bit.
simmer.
simmer.
Let it kind of get there. Yeah. Do you have any good jokes?
Me?
You're like the jokester.
I gave y'all all my good jokes.
Did you really?
Oh, that was yours? Oh, that was.
That's why I couldn't
Hey,
get him to laugh.
that's why you couldn't get him to laugh. Hey, do you know why Adele crossed the street?
Why a who?
Why Adele crossed the street?
Why did Adele cross the street?
To say hello from the other side. Actually, I think I wrote that down on one of your papers.
Oh, yeah, there it is on the bottom. Yeah.
Hello from the other side. Oh, better not do that. This is where
Hey,
we
does
stop.
this mean that you're going to lead worship on May 31st?
Yeah, I think I got the lead worship on May 31st. I think that's the thing.
That could be fun.
That could be fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
So where did we end up on our game? Are we tied?
Oh, we actually, Derek actually laughed 3 times. You only laughed 2.
Yes.
But there is the issue that Derek's saying that he had an outside influence with Philip
Yeah.
on that. So how do y'all want to break this tie? Because I'm going to give him the tie.
Slap.
Slap?
Contest.
Slap contest?
Slap 'em.
That wouldn't work, though, because
That
he
wouldn't
said he's
work?
a nice guy.
Well, you know what's not surprising to me is some people are saying do it. That's the fun part.
Yeah, that's
the fun
that's the
part.
fun part. People
Doesn't
actually
seem
want to
very
see you
churchy,
do it.
does it?
It
Yeah.
doesn't. It doesn't.
It's like laying hands on each other.
Well, see, there's things you can, but that's like not social distancing, so we got to be careful.
Yeah, we got to be careful with that. How about rock, paper, scissors?
Ooh.
We could do that?
Hey, have you ever played
Uh-oh.
Gorilla Man Gun?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
You've never played. Have
I've
you ever
never
played?
I've never played. No.
Gorilla Man Gun. It's the same thing, but it goes like this: gorilla beats the man, man beats the gun beats the gorilla. You tie, you die. So you ready? Gorilla beats the man.
Okay.
Say it with me.
Gorilla beats the man.
Man beats
Beats
the
the
gun.
gun.
Gun beats the gorilla.
Gorilla.
You tie.
You tie, you die.
One more time. You ready? Gorilla beats the man. Man beats the gun. Gun beats the gorilla. You tie, you die. So here's what we got to
Yeah,
do.
you gotta be back to back.
Yeah, you got to be back to
Oh,
back.
man.
Oh no, this is getting
So we're-
dangerous.
This is going to be
You
interesting.
got to be back to back.
All
So what we got to do is we got to say it. You got to say it. So you ready? Because you got to get a little rhythm.
So am I saying, I'm saying one of the...
There it is.
There we go.
Gorilla beats the man.
We're doing it
Man
now?
beats the gun. Yes.
Oh, man.
Gun beats the gorilla. You tie, you die. Go.
Go. Man.
Yeah, you're,
Oh, you got to
Oh,
turn
I
around?
didn't tell you
Oh,
what to do.
I don't know. You,
Okay.
I've never played.
How did you know?
That's why I beat him.
That's why you won.
Okay,
Clearly
so
you were a gorilla,
here's the gorilla.
so I was just
Okay.
a lonely man?
Yes.
Yes.
So here's the gorilla. Gorilla beats the
Man,
man.
which I was because I didn't know I was
what's
supposed
the
to do
man?
anything.
The man's like this, right?
yeah.
Man, this
All
is
right,
the
man.
man.
All right, there we
Closed
go.
fist. This
Right.
gorilla's technically open.
Like
Open
this.
fist,
So
gorilla.
you make sure you close.
Man.
This is the man.
Can-
And the
Pistol
man
Pete?
beats the.
You're never gonna guess what the gun is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
This is a church, right? So you ready?
All right.
Gorilla beats the man.
Gorilla beats man.
Man beats the.
I don't
September.
know. Do you remember? We're done. September.
all we got.
That's all we got.
Wasn't that something about a park in September or something like that, or is that Chicago?
I don't know.
Park in Chicago.
All right, well, that was some fun with dad jokes and some other random things that we apologize for happening. So, but this week, I haven't had a lot of time this week. Been kind of busy doing some things, so I need to just take this time to write a few thank you notes that I haven't got
Oh.
to this week. So,
This is one of my favorite parts
so-
anyway.
favorite parts of thank you notes.
Yeah, I love it when you write thank you notes.
You love it when I write thank you notes?
It's so kind of you.
It's kind of, yes. I mean, who doesn't love a thank you note?
I know.
I mean,
It's
So-
so thank you-ish.
thank you. is that a new word? We're
That is a new word.
We're gonna put that in Webster's. Thank
It's
you-ish.
already on its way.
It's already on its way. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, I forgot. We got nice, soft thank you music. Kind of
The one-man band is
one man band is always
amazing.
on. It's always on. All right, make sure my pen works.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. Thank you, Columbia, for adding another car wash. Because I needed yet another reminder of how dirty my vehicle is.
No doubt.
Why do we have a car wash on every block here?
I don't
Is that
know.
like a
I don't know.
thing here?
It seems to be a thing here. They're building another one.
It's a
Like,
city
I
code.
really hope there's one closer to us. Because we have two only like a block away now.
Right. So you need one just a little bit closer.
Yeah.
They're
You
just,
just
trying,
need options. You just need options.
they're
right?
just trying to clean up the city.
Man, if we would have planned that out a little better, you could have played the car wash song. Car
I'm
wash.
28. Don't know that one.
Don't know that one. Sorry. All right, more thank you notes. Let's
we
see.
need
What
to keep going.
yeah, we better keep going, or we're gonna run out of time. The street lights are gonna come on, and people got to go to bed.
They may be heading there
They
already.
may be
who
headed
knows?
there already. They're going there fast, putting them to sleep.
No doubt.
All right. Thank you, stores, for putting plastic wrap on the card readers. So I no longer have to touch the card readers everyone else has touched, but now must touch the plastic everyone else has touched.
That is so
does
kind.
Makes,
of
sense.
you.
That-
makes
I mean-
total sense.
I mean, yeah, it's, and then some of them the plastic's like wore out and you're pushing the buttons anyway. They
I
haven't
know,
like,
really.
replaced it. So,
Really.
sorry, that's my thank you note.
Yeah.
Well,
I appreciate that.
You seem very
You're
frustrated
being,
about
You're
the thank
being
you.
very thank-you-ish.
Yes, yeah. I was gonna write a thank you note about the stickers on the floor, letting me know how far away to stay from people,
Uh-huh.
and I think those stickers are a little close. Just saying.
I prefer to just lay down because I'm 6 feet tall. So
And
if I lay on the dirty floor and my head touches them, I know when I stand
You-
up, I'm 6 feet away.
That's,
Okay,
that's-
that's a pretty good
Yeah,
pretty
smart,
good
yeah.
idea there.
You can use that. We're about the same height.
We're about
Jason, it's better for you because you're taller. So
Right.
you're even further than 6 feet.
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah, you get extra social
Yeah.
distancing,
A little bit safer.
a little
Hey.
bit.
I'm an overachiever.
That's right.
All right. Thank you, Facebook, for always knowing what I need to buy before I do.
How do they always know?
I don't know. It's like, I mean, I could think something and they're like, oh, hey, he needs this. Let me
It
get that
is.
on there.
It is the craziest thing.
Yeah.
A little borderline, or maybe not even over borderline creepy.
It-
Yeah.
A little, just a little bit.
Yeah.
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 We were talking about stuff the other night, and Tina showed me the phone, and there it was, and like we haven't talked about that stuff at all, and boom, there it was. And I just didn't understand. I don't know how
Yeah,
it worked.
I don't know.
Is that how you got that new dog Facebook ad?
Yeah, that's kind of how that dog happened. Like, yeah, well, yes.
Gus was just like on Facebook all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we ended up with a new dog.
It's cool.
Yeah.
That works. It certainly works.
All right, I got one more thank you note for tonight.
One more.
One more.
Hit us up.
All right. Thank you, Supermarket Gumball Machines, for letting me taste 1987. So I'm pretty sure those gumball machines haven't been changed in a while.
Oh my goodness.
I'm pretty sure I broke a couple of teeth.
I
Like-
have broken teeth on that. I really do believe that's some, especially
That's
the
some-
big ones, man. You can get the big ones. How do
Yeah.
people even chew those things?
I don't think they do. I think they just kind of stick them in their mouth and spit them out.
Did you ever eat gobstoppers?
Oh yeah,
Did you
Well,
eat
that's where
gobstoppers?
they
Yeah,
came
yeah,
from, just
yeah.
old gumball machines.
they're all gumball machines. They're like,
Those
hey,
are the
these,
leftovers.
these gumballs have finally dried up into gobstoppers. We can throw them in the box now.
Oh my goodness, those are huge.
Oh,
And
yeah.
They can. The first time I tried it, I think I almost broke a tooth because I tried to bite on it. I just was ready and just
Yep.
it didn't move,
Yeah.
but my teeth did.
Well, it never fails. My kids want to get some gumballs from the gumball machines from when they see them.
Oh, absolutely,
And I'm
For
like,
sure.
Yeah.
absolutely.
So.
Cool.
All right, that
What
is
else we
thank
got?
you notes for tonight, and we are going to move into some Q&A. I don't know if anybody on Facebook has asked any new questions tonight or not, but we'll have to see. So, but we got a few questions, and we got Derek Norton with us tonight, and so we're going to direct a few of those questions at him tonight, just so we can.
You're in charge now.
You're in charge now. We're gonna have some fun with you. But one of the things we've asked kind of everybody we've had on is how they met their spouse. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your wife and where you guys met, and tell maybe the love story behind that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's definitely a big love story, right?
Yeah.
Now, do you want my version or her version?
I want your version because you're the one on the mic, so everybody's gonna believe what they hear first. Anyway.
There have been people who have asked to bring the spouses up so they could tell the truth. I mean, their side of
Their
the story.
side of the
Yeah,
story,
yeah.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
No, I don't like that.
No, I believe it or not, I met my wife at CPR class.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, I did mouth to mouth on her, and that was
can't
it.
wait
That
for
was
this
it.
one.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Why you went was to find some love.
Yes, actually, I had read online that that was a great place to meet women. So that's,
It's kind of like Smalls from The Sandlot. Like
Yeah.
fakes drowning.
Yeah, that was actually gonna be my next step.
Your next, it was the
yeah.
fake drowning,
Yes.
so she had to save your life.
Yes, but fortunately, I got my wife there. So
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And you got certified.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
all right, yeah.
certified.
Like a double
So
whammy.
Oh
Yeah.
man, he really got certified. He got certified in love right there.
yeah, yeah, that's right. So yeah, the interesting part of the story is
There's more.
there's more.
This is
Do tell.
So when you sign up for CPR class, they email you your schedule, and the class was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Is that correct? Yes. All right. And so get there on Wednesday, first day of class, nothing unusual. Show up on Thursday, and there's only a beautiful woman standing by the door. Nobody else is there. Walk up, and she's like, well, the door's locked. The instructor for CPR comes to the door and says, what are you guys doing here? And we're like, well, there's class today. We're here for class. And
came to make out. Like,
he's like, no, we only do it. We only do it one day a week. So, and we're like, well, we got this email here. It says it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. He's like, no, we don't do that anymore. You shouldn't have got that email.
Oh.
And so he said, I tell you what, I'll give you guys a class, just you two together. And so that's
Oh man,
that sealed the deal right there.
Wow.
that is
Yeah.
awesome.
Like a-
That is just so cool.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, two hearts came alive.
yeah.
I mean, your love life, it was dying, and now it was resurrected.
Yeah,
There are so many ways you could go with this. That's awesome.
There's a lot. Well, you know what happens after a CPR class is you eventually have children. So,
that's right.
so
Yeah.
why don't you tell us
That is
about
awesome.
why don't you tell us about your kids a little bit? Like,
Well, we have two now. So Evelyn is our oldest. She's 2.5 years old, and she is the sweetest, craziest little baby girl you could ever ask for. Keeps us entertained for sure. She's always singing, and so we're always making videos of her singing and sending them to Michelle.
I do that too.
Yeah.
I take videos of myself singing and send
Yeah.
them to Michelle, but
The
I
only
don't get
difference
any-
is she watches our videos. She just deletes yours.
Yeah. I was kind of suspicious of that.
And then we just had, almost tomorrow will be 4 weeks ago, little baby Josiah, so a little baby boy. So I don't know what he's going to be like yet. All he does is cry and eat and poop and sleep. So
There you go.
So
But-
it's a normal baby.
he's a normal baby. So yeah, all you could
Except
ask
it
for.
has, I saw Josiah and he has a full head of hair.
Yeah, it's thick. It's
Yeah.
thick. Pictures don't do it justice. When you see it up close in person, it's just like my hair. So
That's awesome. He,
Yeah.
Shaved?
not shaved, not yet.
No, not
That's
yet.
coming probably in another couple of days.
Huh, yeah.
and you're hoping he'll get a job soon.
Yes,
Right,
yes,
yeah.
that's the
Start
plan.
supporting the family.
The earlier the better, right?
Yeah, right.
Michelle says the same thing about me.
We're all praying for Philip to get a job soon. And
1-800-HELP ME right here. Hey, just out of curiosity, how did you come up with Evelyn and Josiah?
Well, we actually had another name picked out for if we had a girl, and Jennifer's grandmother passed away, and while we were there, we noticed that her middle name was Evelyn, and Jen's like right away was like, I love that name. That's going to be the name. And so that's how we did that. And then Josiah, we were trying to think of boy names, and of course I'm coming up with Rock, Boulder.
The Rock, or you gonna like give
yeah.
him an eyebrow? Or
Yeah, all the cool names, right?
Oh, absolutely.
And she's like, no, let's try something more biblical. And so then we picked Josiah because he's the king
Not
that
Samson.
returned Israel
Yeah.
back to the
Right.
Yeah.
proper standing with God. So
You know what I keep trying to get people to name their boys, don't you? Have you heard this? In fact, if you ever have a boy, you know what you need to name him? Is Nimrod. It's a biblical name.
yeah.
And it's
It's also a name we called people when they did something stupid. Nimrod.
But it's a biblical name, and it means mighty warrior.
Makes you think twice about calling somebody Nimrod, right?
Yeah. All right,
That or
yeah.
you'd have to be a mighty warrior if your name was Nimrod. Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe
Probably
that's
it's
it.
kind of like a boy named Sue.
Yeah, I was about
boy,
to say
names-
that.
It sounds like a song.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Good.
That is cool. That's
awesome.
cool. So you guys have only been here a couple years in Tennessee, though, right? So what brought you guys here? Like, I know a vehicle. You don't have to answer that, but
U-Haul truck.
you all truck. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got a call to ministry, and we were living in Texas. I was working full-time, and Jim was staying home with Evelyn. And it was difficult to do full-time ministry and to do schoolwork. And so finally, one day, Jim was like, you know what, I'll go back to work, and you can not work and just focus on ministry stuff. And so we were like, okay, great. Well, she was looking for a job in Texas, wasn't finding anything, and we actually lived in Tennessee before. We lived in Murfreesboro, and Jen worked for Dave Ramsey. And out of the blue, we got a text message from her old boss saying, hey, I got this new position coming up. We think you'd be a perfect fit. And so, unable to find work in Texas, but we got a random text message saying, come to Tennessee, so that's what we did.
That's awesome.
Felt like it was pretty clear that was the Lord calling us.
Yeah, absolutely. Because even with, and I think you've told me this before, with like Dave Ramsey doesn't typically rehire people
Yeah.
once they've worked there
Yeah.
before. He doesn't usually bring them back.
Yeah, they call rehires the unicorns because they're so rare.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's awesome. Well, and so man, I love Dave Ramsey.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I've never met him, but I love him.
Yeah, he's definitely changed our life, so,
No doubt.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good.
All right.
What
well-
other questions you got?
Oh man, we got all kinds of questions here. We're just gonna make some stuff up if we have to.
Yeah,
It's kind of what we do most of the show anyway.
absolutely.
I'm beginning to see that now.
You're beginning. To
It looks so much more put together.
yeah,
on screen.
right. Yeah. When you're watching it on screen, you think we've got all kinds of notes and stuff up here, but it's like a half a page. Just keeping us in order at some point. So for both of you, what sports do you like? We can't watch sports on ESPN right now, but like hopefully
Curling.
one day we're going to get back to that. You guys like any sports? Do you play any sports?
Well, I'm born and raised in Texas, so obviously football and go Longhorns. Hook 'em.
Hook 'em
Is
horns.
a-
That's
is
the
a big thing.
wrong UT, by the
Yeah.
way.
No,
Yeah.
it's the right UT.
Yeah.
So that's obviously a big part of my sports, but I also like kind of auto racing. So I'm a car nut. So if it involves a motor and going fast, I like it.
Have you ever driven on a raceway?
No.
That's one thing I would love to do.
Yes.
I would love to go 180, 220. I
Yeah.
think that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Anything with a ball, I think I've played at some point. So I grew up playing football, baseball, basketball, soccer. I always wanted to play water polo, volleyball, all that stuff. But my parents, the first four was what I played. And my parents said, we need you to narrow it down to two. So I got rid of football because I was that kid that weighed about 37 pounds when I was soaking wet. When I turned sideways, you could see my nose, kind of thing. That's all you could see.
You're like a nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows. And so I play those three. So I love every sport. Basketball is probably my favorite. I just always loved it. I grew up watching Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, those guys. Been watching The Last Dance with Michael Jordan. But I like curling. You ever watch
Oh,
you ever
yeah.
watch curling?
That's great.
That's a crazy sport. I don't understand it, but I love
Neither
it.
do I, but I think I would love to play it.
Absolutely.
Is that like when they take milk and they make cheese out of it?
Yes. No, that's curdling.
Oh, okay.
So no, it's a rock on ice, and you take a broom, which I haven't figured out the whole broom thing.
Oh,
Just take
okay.
broom and
I
you
think it
kind of
like
knock things
slows
out.
it down or something.
Yeah.
You either rough it up or you smooth it out.
Yeah.
Curling. I still would love to play water polo one day. I don't know. Bobsled.
Hey.
I'm not a big winter Olympics person.
Well, bobsledding would be kind of tough for a tall guy, right? I mean, I don't know how bobsleds work, but
I think so.
you're
Yeah.
like
I don't
four
know.
guys in a
I mean,
bobsled.
Jamaica's got a bobsled team, so, you know.
I know.
Figure it out.
Yeah,
They
I saw
did.
that movie too.
So any kind of sport, any kind of competition, I'm in. I'm all about competition.
All about competition.
I am. It's one of my top 5 strengths.
Yes, it's odd that that's a strength.
You know.
No, competition's good. It keeps you kind of on your game.
It does. It does.
It pushes you a little bit.
Just
so-
barely,
just
but it gets
barely.
there.
Just barely.
You know what I'm still living off of? Everyone loves a good number 2.
Are we going back to that?
Whoa.
That's
Hang
what
on.
I
Where
I
we
have
go?
used
I
that
feel like we
phrase
just
all
went.
week.
We just went way back. It just happens.
All week long I've used that.
All
phrase.
week long, everyone loves a good number 2.
Absolutely.
And that was our Enneagram talk. So we were
Yeah.
talking about Michelle. Derek, have you done the Enneagram test at all?
No, I have
We
not.
need to get him the Enneagram test.
Yes, we do.
We need to know what number you are.
Yeah. Hopefully I'm not number 2.
No.
I don't know what you would be. I'm really not sure yet.
Yeah, I haven't.
I think
thought
he's
about
number
that.
1.
Kind of fluid.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I always got a way to make things better. I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means either.
Yeah.
We're just making stuff up now.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's see, what
So
else
that
you
was
got?
some
Any
sports
other
there. Yeah,
questions?
let's see here. Derek, you're still fairly new to ministry. Have you anything rewarding you've had in ministry yet? Anything? What have you had that's been rewarding for you? What have you had that's been challenging for you? Maybe.
Rewarding, I would say. I mean, just the way I've seen God move in my life and the people around me. I think that's probably the best. I guess the most satisfaction that I get is seeing people respond to God and move with God, and seeing how God is working in their lives and my own life. I would say probably the most frustrating part of ministry is probably when I get in my own way. Get in God's way, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
When God's telling me to do something or go somewhere, and I, am
Don't want to.
defiant, and yeah. So I would say those two.
You know, and just, I don't know if we said this, you may have said it already, but his title is our connections pastor.
Yep.
And so really what you're trying to do is you have some plans that are going to be coming out pretty soon. You're going to be inviting some people to hear more about it, but it's really to help us in the middle of all of this be able to connect with each other, get to know each other.
Yeah.
Because that's such a huge part of church, right?
For sure, yeah. And we want to grow the community of faith inside the church to where we're what we should be, and we're an actual family of God where we help each other and prop each other up and encourage one another inside the church.
Good. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I
Is
am
one
too.
of those things going to be like a CPR class by chance?
Yes, actually.
Are you looking to meet someone? What's going on?
CPR,
Just
single
looking for
CPR
singles out
class?
there.
A singles ministry,
Yeah.
That's a new singles outreach.
singles outreach, a CPR class. So.
Oh, it'll breathe new life
Oh,
into us.
me.
I'm
We're
telling
going to
you.
get an email on that one later.
It'll definitely get your heart pumping.
It'll be like getting the breath of life.
Oh man.
All right, one more question for tonight, and we'll kind of finish up. So, if you weren't a pastor, or if you weren't, if you weren't a pastor, what's something else you would want to be? Make it realistic. I mean, you can't I'd like to be a billionaire.
Yeah,
I mean, we'd all like to be that, but
To be honest, one of the things that when you get to know me just a little bit, you'll hear that literally I've wanted to be everything. And that's probably the 3 coming out in me,
That
right?
is, yeah,
It really is the 3 because there is something great about everything. So my dad worked for NASA, and he worked on the shuttle project. And so we've been down to NASA and seen the launch, and I've actually been in a shuttle, which is pretty cool.
Wow.
So I used to think that being an astronaut would be pretty cool. But on the opposite end of the spectrum, I used to think that being a trash man would be amazing. To be able to ride on the back of a truck and just wave at people, how cool
Hey,
is
go
that?
through people. You could go through people's trash.
Yeah, you could do that. So like literally everything in between from one end of the spectrum to the other, I would absolutely love to do. I always did think 2 things. Number one, I always thought I would want to own my own business of some sort. So I used to think about owning a landscaping business or something like that because I love working outside. And that or, man, if you're in ministry and you want to own your own business, how about Chick-fil-A? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Christian
anointed.
chicken.
It is. It's Christian chicken, no doubt about it. So.
And you'd be off the one day of
Be
a
off on
week you need to
Sundays.
work.
Yeah.
I know. I know. I'd be off on the one day I work. Wait a minute. Back that trolley up, man. So, I always wanted to own my own business. That's probably what I wanted to do. How about you?
I've always if we're going for like not in reality, I've always wanted to be a race car driver.
Yeah.
So I used to watch the 1990 Daytona 500 over and over and over and over and over again.
Who won it?
What's his name? Oh man, you're gonna ask me that. Oh.
That one guy?
That one guy.
Yeah.
Let's start guessing. Richard Petty. No.
Richard Petty.
That'd been 90s.
That's-
That'd be 90.
Not Ricky Bobby. He came in
He's done
second.
before that.
Ricky
And
Bobby. It wasn't
you're
Ricky
not
Bobby.
first, you're last.
Yeah.
So I don't
Jeff
remember.
Gordon. Jeff Gordon.
No.
Dale Earnhardt.
That was pre Jeff Gordon.
Yeah.
So sorry. If you're going to start getting NASCAR history.
Mark.
But that's something I've always wanted to do when I was a kid. But I like cars, as I said before. I like race cars too. But I used to own my own mechanic repair business. And so if I wasn't doing this, I'd probably be doing that right now.
Cool.
So
Like working with your hands.
yeah.
So just so everyone knows, if you see Derek driving, get out of the way.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
He wants
That's right.
he wants to go fast.
Because he's fixing his car as fast as he can. Wait a minute. He's driving his car as fast as he can fix it while it's driving.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, right.
I always like to challenge myself.
That's right.
Philip, what about you? I know you're not you're not in ministry, but like if you weren't a bass player for
Ooh.
Carly Pierce, what's your dream?
Oh man.
Stay-at-home dad?
Yeah, stay-at-home dad sounds really good, honestly. Not saying it's easy or anything. I just like cooking, and I don't like the hours of being a chef, and I'll like my family someday.
You love to cook too.
I love to cook.
Yes.
Yeah.
But chef hours are awful, so I would never want to work in a restaurant.
What's your favorite thing that you like to make?
I don't know. Michelle?
She left the building.
She left.
Michelle has left the building.
Yeah, I don't know. I like making, just regular steaks and veggies. I
Yeah.
like making curries, stuff like that. I like Asian influenced food, so
Cool.
yeah, that's fun.
Cool.
How about you?
Oh, so if I could do anything, I would own a junk store.
What?
What?
Are you like American Pickers? where you
No,
like-
more like Sanford and Son.
Elizabeth.
I don't know what it is. I just like
Bum, bum, bum,
Yeah.
ba-dum, bum.
I'm like all the time. If I see a little junk store somewhere, I'm like, hey, Bird, let's go over there. She hardly lets me go in, but but I'm like, I love the little junk stores. Like, never buy anything, but
Right. It's just fun to look around.
yeah, it's just fun to look around. It's like going to a yard sale.
Yeah.
Michelle's mom just commented that
Oh, no.
she would say when she was growing up, she wanted to be a doctor when she grew up, or a Burger King girl. So I thought that was
There you go.
There's the spectrum
yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Doctor or Burger King girl. You go either way.
You could go.
You could go. All right. Well, Grace Church family, that is it for tonight. We are looking forward to next week. You want to make sure you're tuned in because next week we're going to have Pastor Ray with us and the entirety, hopefully the entirety, or as many of the students as we can get to come that night. And we're going to celebrate the students who graduated this year, even so they didn't really have a graduation at this point yet. I don't
Right.
know if there's even one scheduled for some of these kids, but we're going to do somewhat of a little bit of a celebration of them for this year graduating. So be tuned in for that. We will be back next week, 6 o'clock. Make sure you are with us. You do not want to miss next week because it's the last week as well. So it all has to come to an end.
Cool. It's going to be good.
It's going to be good.
They will not want to miss it.
They will not want to miss it.
So, are you taking us out?
Are you taking us out, Phil?
I think my musical iPad will do it.
Your musical iPad. Are you going to pretend like you're playing the
Yeah, I'll
keys?
pretend. I got
Okay.
you.
So we'll see you next week, folks.
I think I know this song.
We actually got the words now.
I know. Where's the karaoke word?